I was so furious that I claimed to have taken him for everything. To be clear, that is untrue. I made the payment for everything I own. Then you all went crazy and said that I had attempted to put him in jail. That is also untrue, I assure you. I never make demands.
Page 6 is reporting that Teyana Taylor and Aaron Pierre have broken up. Page 6 says Teyana Taylor and Aaron Pierre have split after less than a year. Listen, beautiful gowns, beautiful people. But it always gave PR. At the very least, it gave rebound for Teyana. I don't think anyone saw longevity for this relationship, despite whatever theory you have surrounding them being together. I just think this was a good time for two devastatingly beautiful people. And it's not fun when hot people break up. Like, I remember when Vanessa Williams and Rick Fox got divorced. Oh my God. And do hot people even stay together anymore? I feel like Victoria Beckham and David Beckham are the last of the Mohicans when it comes to hot celebrity couples getting together and staying together, right? Anyway, couple, like I said, I thought it was PR anyway, but I think all celebrity relationships are PR because I am cynical. Yeah, but Teyana Taylor, Aaron Pierre, donezo.
Oh my God, this one really disappointed me. I was really getting used to seeing them together. I wanted them to work out. Like Teyana and Aaron Pierre, like just two beautiful, gorgeous beings. You know that's the problem. They both can't be too gorgeous. It was just both too gorgeous, too much main character. Like, look at this photo. It's just too much. But what happened? They look like such a vibe. You know what? I know exactly what happened. Teyana Taylor is hardcore New York. Aaron Pierre, he's UK, kind of soft. It probably wasn't a good match at all now that I think about it. But you know what? Maybe it's for the best. Although they were cute together, my girl is up for a Golden Globe, okay? She's going places. I mean, he might be going places too, okay? But she's really going places. And, you know, you don't need to be in a relationship. Stay focused, sis. Stay focused.
So Teyana Taylor and Aaron Pierre have broken up, and honey, those comments are terrible. It's not the comments in regards to a person's opinion. It's really how quick people are jumping to say, well, what did you expect? Different cultures never work out. There were some that I totally agree with, and I think it's worth having a conversation about. And those comments that said, that's what dating is. This is what dating is. Dating is exactly that. It's getting information. It's discovery about that other person. Hopefully you're having a good time while doing it. If you're not, yeah, let that situation go. Mind you, none of us know the reason why they broke up. People breaking up does not always have to be this terrible thing. Like they have this big, huge falling out. People's values change. People's life directions change. These are two very popular people. Their schedules could very well have just not kept in line for them to be able to spend enough time with each other. Who knows? The thing is, it was a wonderful experience from what we saw. They looked like they enjoyed each other. They looked like they had fun. And even if it was different cultures, they both were introduced to worlds that they may not have known before. And that alone is a wonderful experience, especially for us as Black women. A lot of us were never taught how to date in a healthy way. We were taught to endure and to stay and have this blind loyalty to the toxicity within our culture that devalues us as women. You make it work. Till this past Christmas, I had not spoken to my dad in like 7 or 8 years. And before that, it was some years. But during that short amount of time that we did start trying to rebuild our relationship, reason why I ended it again, because I was ending my marriage. And instead of my dad supporting me, he triggered me by making up every excuse in the world why I should stay in that marriage to that man. Well, at least he pays bills. Sir, did you not hear me say? Did you not hear me say that? It spoke to the little girl in me. I had to just accept whatever it was that was offered to me because what? I was just a little Black girl. I was a Black woman. No. When I shared this with my uncle because he wanted to come in and try to intervene, his thing was, well, he's just trying to look out for you. How is that looking out for me? Telling me to settle. Telling me to settle emotionally, mentally, psychologically, and spiritually for a man who not only doesn't want me, who's too afraid to come out of the closet and be himself. Do you not know the mental turmoil that is? But people don't see things like that. Not in our community, not in our culture. It's expected for Black women to endure whatever, just because. And that mindset is the reason why so many Black women end up disconnected from themselves. That has a lot to do with the work that I do with Fast Hill Girl Model to Mentor program. I don't ever want a young lady to have to go through what it is that I had to go through, because too many times they don't get to where I'm at. They don't get that level of healing because they're not aware, because they're in environments that tell them they have to settle, they have to endure. This is your duty. This is your life. This is what you're worth. No. Oh no. I mean, I know. I feel that 100 times deep. I'm standing on that. Now, if y'all got a different perspective, let me know. I want to engage because we got to grow. And I don't want, like I said, for those coming after me to have to go through the things that I went through to learn how to love healthy instead of being in just unnecessary toxic pain. Because if we don't tell our stories, they'll never know.
Yo, Teyana Taylor and Aaron Pierre are no longer together. There's no hope for us. There's no hope. There's no happy ending. No hope. Oh, God. In other news, though, he is single now. Man, you can't do that.
I know I am not somebody really about celebrity news, but this kind of relates to African melanin queens when it comes to my podcast, so I'm going to go ahead on and talk about it. Reportedly, and sources say, that Aaron Pierre and Teyana Taylor have broke up. Now, do I believe it's true? Yes, because we have not seen them together in a good little minute. But I think that I can tell you why they broke up. And I'm not even somebody that's in the industry like that. They're just too different. I said from day one they were different. Now, sometimes differences can complement each other, and sometimes they can just be way too different. These two are entirely too different. Because Teyana is someone that's really, really loud, and I don't mean that in a negative way at all. Don't get it twisted. She's really loud. She's bubbly. She's an extrovert. She is someone that likes being in the public eye. She's, very point. And Aaron Pierre is from London. Aaron Pierre is one of them dapper type of gentleman, type of James Bond type of guy. They're just too different. And even though they really do care about each other, I kind of knew this was not going to last in the long run because they're entirely too different. And I know for some of y'all, they're going to say, well, he's going to go back to dating a woman. That's not even what this is about here. This is two people that are in the biggest year of their lives for both of them. And then not only that, Aaron Pierre only has one child. Teyana Taylor has two. Teyana Taylor just got out of a really long relationship with Iman Shepherd. So it's too soon for her. So I think if these two would have met later on down the line, this probably would have worked. And I know for some of y'all gonna say, I knew it, that it was a publicity stunt. Who knows? But at the end of the day, the fact that he primarily lives in London, she primarily lives in the United States, the fact that she has two children, and she got to think about the fact of the matter of the back and forth. I think it was just distance, and I think it was just them being busy. I think that's what broke them up. I don't think it was anything that either one of them did. I just think it was just the distance was just too much for them to handle. It would have been one thing if it would just been her not having kids, him not having kids. That would be one thing. But it's a whole nother thing when you have children involved in that equation too. So I just think that's just what it was. I just think it had more to do with the fact that the distance, and then him being more introvert, him being more private, she being more public, that just doesn't work. Even if you have an extrovert and an introvert, but both of them are private or both of them are kind of public, then that's one thing. But you can tell that a lot, like the BET Awards, I could tell he was uncomfortable. I could tell he was uncomfortable when it came to her party. I don't think he's used to those type of people. And it's no offense to anybody. But when you deal with someone that is kind of grown and an adult type of person, with someone that is just, it just ain't gonna work. It just ain't. So, like I said, I wish both of them the best. I really do. And, I hope they find happiness in other people. But I just don't think she was ready for what he wanted. Because he really was about Teyana. He really was about being with her. I just don't think she was ready. So, and they even said that she wasn't calling him her boyfriend. And you could tell when they were asking her how she would just be kind of shy. Because trust me, if a woman really is about a man, they're going to be proud to say, that's my man, Savannah. That's my man. Honey, that's my man. So I just think there were a lot of different factors. But this goes to show you what I've been telling y'all. It don't matter how you look. People still get treated the same way. It don't matter. Sometimes two beautiful people just don't work. And they don't. But yet y'all still keep making it seem like that being attracted to somebody is going to keep that person. No, it just attracts you to them. But then when you really start tearing down the layers and you really start getting to know each other, you'll notice y'all have nothing in common. And it could be that these two just didn't have anything in common. They just didn't. And it happens a lot, but I don't know. I can't say. I'm not Teyana Taylor. I don't know. But I'm just speculating. But based on the physical chemistry, it was there. I just think that they wanted two different things, and she just wasn't ready. And then their schedules and them trying to build careers, some people just don't work. It was just for a moment. But, if they work it out, they get back together. So who knows? They might get back together. They may work it out. It might be fine. Who knows? They might be taking a break. Who knows? But with celebrities, we see them go through people like a pair of shoes. We see it all the time. So I'm not surprised at all about it. I'm not. Because I knew in the back of my mind these two were not going to be married. I just didn't see it. I never saw it. But it was good for the moment. But, sometimes you have to love somebody enough to let them go. And if it's meant to be, you'll come back. But they'll both bounce back. They both might end up with new people and they might get back together. But, I just think that, there could be many different reasons. But again, that's between the two of them. That's their private business. And I don't get involved in stuff like this. But the lesson in this is it doesn't matter how beautiful that you are. It doesn't matter how much a banging body that you have. It don't even matter whether or not you got money or not. That does not mean that you're going to be able to keep somebody because of it. If you don't love somebody because of who they are, and both of y'all are not going in the same direction, even if you're doing two different things, it ain't leading to the same direction, it ain't never going to work. If y'all don't work together as a team and there's no partnership, it ain't never going to work. Now, as far as them supporting each other, as far as them being there for each other, we clearly saw that. That wasn't even the issue. So like I said, I don't think there was infidelity. I don't think there was cheating. I just think between the distance and then her just not being ready. I don't think it was him. I think it was her. She just wasn't ready for what he wanted. Or it could be vice versa. But either way it go, I wish them both the best. But please stop basing your relationships on these celebrities. Money does not equivalate to happiness. It just equivalates to money. It just equivalates to external happiness, but not internal. You can have all the money in the world and not be internally happy. You can lose weight and still have self-esteem, self-worth, and self-value issues. So one has nothing to do with the other, but I'm not somebody hating on the situation. I'm not somebody saying, yay! I'm not doing that either, because that's just not how I operate. But now all the Aaron Pierre women can say, I still got a chance. I still got a chance to be with this man. And all the men that are attracted to Teyana Taylor, now they got a chance too. Here we go. So again, if they are back together, if it's not true, we'll find out. But allegedly, they're saying they broke up. And I mean, everybody's posting it. But we have not seen them together in a while. So, like I said, it could just be that they're just on different pages. And sometimes, like I said, when you around each other and you really get time to really spend time together, you may realize y'all don't have anything in common, that maybe we're just better off being friends. Because we may not have and be on the same page. And that is completely fine. But like I said, y'all need to stop basing things on how somebody looks and think that because somebody look better and because they have more options, that they're going to make the right choice as far as people. Because again, even two beautiful people can find somebody that's better, that look better, so on and so forth. It happens all the time. So again, looks do not keep a person. Money does not keep a person. So the things that y'all think keep people, they actually don't. That's just the honest to God truth. And this just proves that. So like I said, the best of both of them. That's how I look at it. With that being said, bye y'all.